Good morning. Yes, if it gets too tight, I'm going to be your light. I'm your girl, Jeanette Smith, certified life strategist and mindset coach, coming back to you with another Monday mindset. Whoop, whoop. I have started my morning by listening to some Stevie. Y'all remember this? Yeah, just a little Stevie sometimes in your life. So that's what I've been listening to get my mindset moving and grooving and get ready to talk to you all. I'm always excited to come talk to you all. So I was saying good morning in the chat room. I already seeing some folks saying hi, throwing those waves. Hello, Periscope. I see you all over there. Don't think I don't see you. I see you, Ryan. I see y'all. I'm going to put you down here so I can see you even better. Yes, so tap out those hearts, show some love. Your comments will go into the broadcast if they're talking about what we're talking about. Good morning, Anthony. How are you? Good to see you. Hey, Natalie, I see you sneaking in there. I didn't see you up there. Okay. And Michael, good morning as always. Good to see you. Good to see you. Did I miss anybody? Monique, hello. Good morning. So it is another day and we are gathered up to do the work. Not heavy lifting on a Monday, but just the work that sets up the thermostat for our mindset. The thermostat for our mindset. Hello, Miss Helen. Good to see you. Hey, the real Kenny A. I see you. See you. So y'all, across all the platforms, I love you. Got nothing but love for you. Hey, good morning, Kenny Anderson. Okay, that's the Kenny A. Good morning, brother. Good to see you. Though that you have your, yep, I see your picture with your mask on now. Okay. I couldn't tell it in that little picture, but now I see you. Good morning. So last week, guys, we had, and gals, we had an awesome full circle experience of coaching where we started on Monday talking about our mistakes and missteps and how to categorize them rightly so that we either know that they're mistakes or missteps, or are they growing edges? Are they growing opportunities, or are we operating in the area of our weaknesses constantly? And then at the end, Friday, we did another coaching exercise and you watch somebody walk that all the way through. That's all that I can hope for these weeks, is that Monday we start with a concept, an idea I share with you, and by Friday you have implemented it and you are getting results out of it. So that's what we're going to keep knocking down the wall on. So today what we want to talk about is not in this folder. So let me go to the right folder. What we want to talk about is our spheres of influence. Spheres of influence. A lot of times when we are trying to make change in our life, or when we are trying to push past a place of stuck in our lives, right? One of the places that we can get off track or bogged down in is striving toward our goals, but not understanding our sphere of influence. So the idea behind this sphere of influence exercises and things we're going to do today is that we have to look at 3 distinct areas where we can sort the comings and goings of our lives, right? So there's the things that we can control, the things that we can influence, and then the things we can't influence. And I'm calling them concerned, because you can still be concerned about something, but you don't have any influence in it. All right. So, Jeanette, what did you say? There's the things that we can control, right? There's the things that we can influence. And then there's the things that we can't influence, either right now or at all times. Thank you for tapping out those hearts. Love y'all on Periscope. Kissing my cheeks with the red hearts. And I'm calling those our concerns. And in fact, I'm going to put that on here, because oftentimes, even though we can't influence something, and even though we can't have impact in that area now or later, it can still be a concern. It can be still something that is important to you. So there you go. Things we can't influence either right now or time. Now, if you guys are tracking so far, give me a yes in the comments area or something. Just let me know that you understand kind of where we are so far. We're looking at spheres of influence, the things that we can control, the things that we can influence, and lastly, the things that we can't influence, neither right now or later, but it's still a concern. It's an area of concern. Okay. So if you got that and you're with me, I see a yes. And I see spheres of influence. So you get what we're talking about. All right. That's what I'm, okay, Miss. Yes. Okay. It's important. I got to check in with y'all to make sure that we're tracking. No man or woman left behind. All right. I see you smile more in 2019. We're going to smile more in 2022. Yes. Kisses. All right. Good. So now let's dig down into it. And what am I talking about? All right. So what I want to do is share a little picture with you, because that will help visualize our focus for today. All right. Boom. Nope. That's not the one. I want to blow it up bigger for you. So let me blow it up bigger for you. Even bigger. Bam. Bip. Pow. Good morning. I see you. Okay. So let me know if y'all see that pretty well. And if not, I can try to do that. Can you read that? Hey, Lisa. All right. So if we're reactive, we are looking, see how big the circle of concern is and how small the circle of control is. We want to reverse that. But let's look at how that works. When you are reactive, the circle of your concern, and remember, the circle of your concern is the things that you can't influence now or at all, right? You're just giving it focus, but it's nothing that you can influence right now or at all. But look how big that green circle is on the left. What kind of things does that include? The sex lies about celebrities and politicians, what they're doing. We want to know what they are doing. The news, right? You can't impact it. You can't influence the news. Now, we're talking about the television, radio, broadcast news. You can have impact in your immediate world, but right? The political views of others. You can't control that. Hey, Furvic on Periscope, I see you. The political views of others. You can't control that. You can't control natural disasters. You can't control wars, weapons, and terrorist threats. You can't control the weather. You can't control what other people think about you. And to a large degree, you can't control the economy. Okay? Look how large that circle of concern is, of things that we can't have immediate impact on or control over. Now, look at the little bitty circle on the inside of that, the light circle, right? Where you live, where you work, what you read, what you buy. You can control that as in regards to those things. But look how big. Now, flip. Let's look at how proactive measures look, okay? When we're being proactive, we're looking at the things we can control and we're looking at the things that we can have influence on, okay? So now look how small that big green circle is, the circle of concern, and look how large, y'all are loving it up on Periscope. I'm loving y'all back. Look how large now the circle of what we can control is. A lot of time and energy is focused on issues within their control. That's how you get results. Your attitude, your enthusiasm, the places you travel to, the places you work, what you buy. Yeah, I see you, Kenny. Where you live, leadership positions that you take part in, articles and books that you write, the skills you learn, where you live, what you read, the businesses you start, right? The movements you take part in, those things you can control. And look how much larger that circle is for people who are proactive and not reactive. Right now, if you're tracking so far, give me some emojis. Kenny started it up off with the thumbs up, but he's mental health counselor. He gets this stuff. Michael is scribing it out. You better scribe it out. If you're understanding this so far, give me an emoji or a yes, yes. You know, I'm kind of partial to the yes, yeses, but I love me some emojis too. I see you. Throw the hands up. You are doing it. You are throwing emojis and hearts. You are just the MVP so far today. Get it, girl. All right. Who else? Who we got? Kenny says, especially, and this is essential for our perspective in life. Absolutely. And the reason I wanted to talk about this today, everyone, Kenny and everyone, is because a lot of what's happening, and missing each other and miscommunication and our frustration and us feeling worn out and burdened by the end of the week is because we're throwing our eggs in the wrong basket. We are throwing our eggs in the wrong basket. If you spend more time worrying, angsting, sweating and pouring your tears into the areas of things that you don't have control over, you're just always going to feel like you're coming up short versus, remember, what do we always say, Empowerment Tribe? Where focus goes, energy flows. Where you send your focus over into the proactive circle, the things you can control and the things you can have influence on, those things will get you better results. Now, before we move forward, and thank you for showing me that you're with us, you're tracking. Before we move forward, I want you to think back to last week, or you can think forward to what you were thinking about putting your focus on this week. The main thing, because there's many things that grab our focus. The one main thing you were thinking about doing this week, let's stay forward. The main thing you're thinking about doing this week, or the main thing that's been on your mind, has that been in an area, and I want you to identify it. If you want to say what it is, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool too. Was it in an area now of something you can control? Is it in an area of something that you can influence? Or is it in an area of concern? You can't control it or influence it. It's just an area of concern. Think about that and let me know. Is it what you were thinking about focusing on this week? What's been getting a lot of your bandwidth for what you're going to do moving forward? Is it now in the category of what you can control? And be honest, things that you influence or things that you neither control nor influence, but it's a concern. Okay? All right, let's see what you say. All right. Monique says, sorry, let me jump back. Monique says, yes, totally guilty of exhausting my energy yesterday because of lack of proper focus. So that means she's saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you were looking at things that were concerns, but not necessarily in your sphere of influence or in your fear of control, right? Albert says, oh, I like Mindset Monday. He's funny. Hello, my brother. I work with Albert. Hello, brother Albert. Good to see you. Yes. Okay. So Ross says she's been looking at things that she can control and influence. That's great. That's great, because that means you're not going to be spinning your wheels and tired at the end of the week. Can you do both? Is it possible that you can spin your wheels in the direction of the things you can control and influence, and stuff you can have absolutely no control over? They're just concerns. Yes, you can. But where do we want to spend most of our time and our influence and most of our focus? That's what's important, right? Pamela says, good morning. They had technical problems, had to reboot. No comment. Oh, okay, Pamela, I get it. No problem. Glad you're with us, though. So we are talking about our sphere of influence, because when you understand this, it really does shift your perspective. Kenny was talking about that. It'll shift your perspective in how you communicate with people. It will shift your perspective in how you use your energy, like Monique was saying. We want to stay smart, work smarter, not harder, stay in the intellectual category when it comes to that, right? And when we're able to do that, then we're able to put our energy where we're going to get the best results. Remember, Mindset Monday is always about getting positive manifestations, positive and greater manifestations in our life, right? And using positive tools to do that. And so when does the circle of concern increase? When we get concerned about what other people are doing, how they think, how they're living, their criticism, rumor, jars and jabs, all of that stuff. Our circle of concern grows bigger when we get more concerned about stuff we have no control over. Now, where we are in the country right now, there's a lot being discussed. You have to decide, where do you have influence? You can't control anyone ever. You can control and help guide a conversation, but do you have the tools to do it in the right way? That's another question I'm throwing out there. But what stuff about people's criticism and what they have to say and all that stuff, no. That's why today, at the end of Mindset Monday, I'm going to issue a charge for the Empowerment Tribe. We're not going to spend our energy this week getting involved in other discussions and a bunch of stuff that we won't actually have influence. Now, you can model some things, and I'll share a personal experience that happened with me. But we're not going to spend a whole lot of energy in areas that aren't going to have a positive return for us. Our circle of control will increase when we start bothering and being more concerned about our own quality of thoughts, right? Our own behavior, our own habits, our own attitude, our own ways of thinking. That will increase our circle of control, right? You can change your habits. You can change your method of influence. You can change the way maybe other people see or might approach something, their approach to problem solving because of your own experience. Those are things that you can have control and influence in, and that's being proactive, right? And the more we stay in the proactive space, the more that we can do something about our health, our families, our work, our country, our society, right? The more we do that, the more we can have real impact. Okay. So now that you've seen this, now that you understand, I want you to really be cognizant about how you move forward. Yes, how we move forward. Good morning, Neil. Good to see you. Morning. I see you. I see you. Monique says that's correct. Wasn't totally in vain though, because I see how I can effectively redirect my energy. Absolutely. You can learn from anything. That's what we know, right? There is no wasted time or wasted experience if you pull a lesson out of it. Leola says her eating habits and focusing on meditation. I think that's what we're saying there. All good things. Those are things that you can control. Your eating habits and your mindset, controlling how you help clear your filters, right? Through meditation. Hey, Tamara. Kenny says, happy mind, happy life. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's like I tell folks, like we can't be mad if the temperature of your life is burning up, which you won't bother to go upstairs and set the thermostat. You have to set the thermostat for where you want it to be. And by faith, you're right. Just because I walk over there and set it on 68 right now, it's not going to jump to 68. It has to work itself down. But I have faith and I stand waiting and working until that happens, right? So yes, happy mind, happy life. How reactive people. Yep. You better scribe it out. People can act. Yes, we want our circle of concern to be much smaller than our circle of influence and our circle of control, because otherwise we would just lose our little minds. Keep telling it. And we want our little minds to be our big minds, right? Good morning, Dennis. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay. So now that you get that, and I'm glad you are a smart crew. Boom, boom, boom. Now that you get that, let's take a look at something else for our benefit, okay? We're going to take a look at how we expand that in other ways. I see you, Tamara. I'm coming for your comment. All right. This is not my responsibility. That's that outside ring. I want to break it down a little bit more. Tamara says, recharge my mindset to control what I eat. That's great. That's awesome. I had to do it, and I had to do it in a drastic way. Like a month ago, I went on a serious fast, like tea, liquids, a couple of vegetables, maybe, because I just realized, because of all the emotion that was in the world and around me and being empathic and feeling all that stuff and all the weight, I was using food as my comfort place and as something to do, because we were sheltered at home, and there was like, okay, I had work. What was the thing that was going to be my payoff? It was food. And I watched my weight go. And I had to grab that and go. So thank God. So far, I've lost 15 pounds. Keep praying for your sister that it keeps going in that direction. Yes, you got it, Michael. You are on it. Pamela says, stay positive. Yes. You feeling me? 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 Monique says to Leola, thank you for saying that. You have no idea how much you've freed me in mentoring, that you're focusing on your eating habits right now. I've been hesitant about talking about that at this moment, the fear of being out of place due to the times we're in. No, it's directly tied to the ties the place we're in. I just like I just said, like that whole thing of the payoff. Comfort eating, emotional eating is real, right? The emotional, the ties that we get, comfort food, that title is there for a reason. So don't, I think the whole thing about how you position it is just the only thing that I would say, let's look at that, as you're doing it. But you're smart cookie, so you know how to do that. But it's definitely a topic to talk about now, Monique. Please go for it. Okay, so here we are. We're looking at what's our responsibility, what's not our responsibility. This just breaks it down in a more practical way. We talked about other people's ideas, their opinions, other people's actions, right? You can't see that. The consequence of other people's actions, even. That's not even something that we always have control or influence on. Other people's beliefs, other people's mistakes, other people's words. I'm going to run back around that list again, because some of you are stuck. Remember, I help you push past stuck. Some of you are stuck because you believe you've put yourself in the position of source, and you believe that you have control over or influence in other people's ideas, other people's opinions, other people's actions, the consequences of other people's actions, other people's beliefs, other people's mistakes, and other people's words. Now, it's not your responsibility. But what you can do is have influence through taking personal responsibility. You understand? When we take personal responsibility and we model what our core values are, when we model right thinking, when we model right mindset, when we model inclusivity, when we model all of those things that are important to us, then we can have influence. But we can't take responsibility, because at the end of the day, you can't control anybody. They're going to have their own thoughts and their own ideas and opinions. You can have influence by taking personal responsibility and being the best version of yourself. When that's in place, you got a better shot of being a light. And that's what we want to be, right? Yes, we want to be a light. So what's my personal responsibility? My words, my behavior, my actions, my efforts, even my mistakes, how I learn from them, how I recover from them, how I make things right after them, my ideas, and the consequences of my actions. Those are the things that bring life, right? Those are the things that bring life. That's what I have control over. That's how I have influence through those things. Make sense? Yes. Now, I want to open it up and ask anybody if you've been struggling in an area. Kenny says yes. If you've been struggling in an area and you think, no, I think that this is supposed to be in my area of control, or this is supposed to be in my area of influence, right? I want you to go ahead, and if you want to talk about it openly, because we've been learning through each other's experiences when we share here. And you know that I will hold you with kid gloves. So if that's something that you've been dealing with, definitely want to hear about it. Even moving forward this week, what are you going to focus on? Let's put that in the chat. What are you going to focus on? What are you going to focus on this week? What's in your area of influence and control that you're going to make it a point to focus on this week? Now, Leola shared, and I love that. I'm trying to find out. Okay, and Tamara did too, said she's recharging her mindset to control what she eats. Listen, that is, so you see, that's not just one person's thing, right? Eating habits, even Leola said. So, I mean, we all have different things that we're trying to deal with, right? And Kenny says, here's what's in my area of control. Okay, I'm going to focus on gratitude. And we know that gratitude is the gift that keeps on giving, because gratitude starts here and goes there, and then it explodes out, and gratitude becomes contagious. Because when you see one person, and here's the other thing I'll say. You see one person focused on gratitude, it reminds you, yeah, gosh, Lee, I have things I should be grateful for and focusing on right now too. And you might not have the same things to be grateful for, but the fact that you have something to be grateful for. Remember, we said it's not for all things that we're giving thanks and we're grateful for. We're not grateful for being in the middle of a pandemic. We're not grateful, that the world is having this worldwide, sometimes ruckus race conversation, but in it, we can give thanks that maybe mindsets are being changed, that maybe attitudes toward race relations and human rights is changing, that in the middle of the pandemic, that we're finding more ways to take care of ourselves, that we're bringing more focus on families and quality of life. And there's things that we can be grateful for, right? There's always something you can be grateful for. Lisa says she's going to focus on not being connected to the television. Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one, because that was in that outside circle, wasn't it? That was in that outside circle. I'm going to put that back up for people who are just popping in. That's good, Lisa. See how well I've done in not saying Lisa in Cult Jam? I haven't said it once, except for just there. Sorry. Okay. See, she's talking about television, and that is in that big circle to the left of concern. Nothing that we can influence, nothing that we have control over. Awesome. Neil says, my focus is going to be on my healthy mindset. I don't have to try and control everything. Yes. That is like truth bombs going off. And it can be hard in times like this to want to control everything, right? Because our human needs list, one of the main things that we want is certainty. And how do you get certainty? By trying to control stuff. Kenny's laughing. By trying to control stuff. If I can control it, then I can be certain of it. But that's not how life works, right? So awesome. Kudos to you, Neil. Kudos. Being conscious of what I eat, so I plan to eat more healthy. Yes, Pamela, I'm right there with you, girl. We are all doing it. And while we're doing that, what we're putting in our body, let me tell you what has helped. And this is not revelatory information I'm about to give you. Moving your body. And I mean, just put it on some music and dancing. I have a friend in Alabama, his family, they are light bearers and they work hard at it. And on Friday for the family, he cooks, they grill, and they put on music, and it is required that the family dance. It just shifts the atmosphere and your whole mood. It gets your feel-good endorphins going. Just move. So whether you exercise, take walks, safely within the confines of what we're under as a health concern right now, but whatever, dancing, just whatever you can do to shift your energy. I'm going to focus on real action where it matters. There you go. And can I say and that go, yes, 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 yes. Okay. I just had to get one out. Let me say this. When it comes to moving your body, oh, y'all are on that. Yes, today was moving my body. Went to the golf range. Absolutely. I'd love to go hit some balls. That's a great idea. I don't have my clubs here, but they have some, I'm sure. Leola says, I'm going to focus on being more positive, even when it looks tough. Absolutely. Absolutely. I want to go back to something Monique said, because there's something that I caught a hint of. So, cities across the country and the world are protesting, and I'm talking about protesting by definition are peaceful protests, not riots. We're talking about protests right now, right? So people are going out, they want to get their message out. Listen, we're tired. This is what we're focused on, right? And for those that go out and are involved in that, that is awesome. I live right in the heart of the city, so they are by me all the time. I haven't been out to March Mart, but I go out on the sidewalks and I support. Now, I heard some of my younger contemporaries like, so you just watch from the window? No, sir, it's not just watching from the window. I do go down and I do support them, and they have water stations and all those kinds of things. But my voice is online. That's where I am. Like, we just spent 2.5 hours last week talking about our implicit biases. We're going to talk this week about how to have the hard conversations. I just teased something for you. This forum of coming to you every day about working with our mindset. This is my area of influence, and this is my area of impact and control. And so back to Monique, focusing on where your real action matters, that might look differently for everybody. All right. So as we're doing what we do as an empowerment tribe, and I have a charge, and I want to ask you all if you want to get involved with. As we do this, I don't want anybody to get shamed into like how you do what you do has to look like how I do what I do. It doesn't. It doesn't. It does not. Okay. How her folks, and she might not even be talking about what I'm talking about right now, but I'm just wanting to say that for people who are talking about how do I get involved with making a difference? I want to get involved in the human rights conversation. I want to do, but does it require that I have to do? Nope. Everybody has a place. Even in the civil rights movement, they needed administrators. They needed people to help make phone calls. They needed people to share information about where things were taking place. They needed people to be able to send information about and connecting lawyers that were doing pro bono work to get people out of jail. I mean, for protesting, peacefully protesting. There's so many different aspects to a movement. And so whether or not you were talking about that, Monique, that just made me think about how focusing our energy where it matters might look differently for different people. Yeah, I know you weren't talking about that, but it flowed something in my mind, because sometimes what's important to you about one topic or one movement might not be the same angle. We all come at it different angles. I know you're talking about in your own life, but thank you, because I just think that's an important discussion to have. Leola says, see the good in a bad situation before being angry and frustrated and trying to figure out how I would help the situation. Yes, because those who are light bearers, we would just want to jump into that big black void, dark hole of darkness. We don't even have a plan yet. And then we haven't even asked God, is this the big black dark void you wanted me to jump into? Is this supposed to be one that I'm supposed to get involved with? Very, very important. Helen says, I'm thankful for gifts, not unexpected, and pay it forward blessings someone else. That's what it's all about. Thankful for gifts you've gotten that were unexpected and paying forward that blessing to someone else. I think that's beautiful. I think you can never go wrong with that. I think the world could use a whole lot more of that. That's often, yes, very important discussion. Thank you. Thank you for being a jump off point for that. So here's the question I want to ask you all. All right. Today, as we're talking about circles of influence, circles of control, and I'm just kind of leaving this up because as we're talking about it, you might, like be trying to pinpoint what are the things that are my concerns and what are the controls. What are the things that I can help you and support you this week? Now, I don't mean like personally, I mean through our group time online. Is there anything that you all have that I can support you with this week through our conversations, through our group coaching, through all of those things? That's what I'm asking. How can I support you through my platform this week? And then I'm going to share some things I already kind of have lined up. But if you have something, boop, 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 I'd love to hear it. Then the other thing I want to share with you all is, while you're thinking, because I know you're thinking, while you're thinking. Okay, that was a Montessori moment we just had. Just move past it. It's okay. Everything will be all right. Tomorrow is going to be living in purpose. Living in purpose. We are coming out of the Dream to Reality book. You all already know. For those of you who don't know, how come y'all don't know? I have to grab a book now. The Living in Purpose segment will be with my brother tomorrow. Yes, Savalas, who you all have often seen supporting the Empowerment Tribe with his comments. Savalas Lofton will be on with me tomorrow. And so we're excited about that. We're coming from the book From Dream to Reality, Navigating the Path to Your Life Purpose. Kudos to some of you who've been doing the work in the Udemy class. That Udemy class is everything. You get me up close and personal. You're laughing at me again. I see you. I see you. I see you. Group motivation for healthy eating. Group motivation for healthy eating. That's awesome. Because then what I will do is I will make time for my sister Monique Apagan to come on and talk about that. That's how we'll support that. Looking forward to that tomorrow. Yes, me too. Me too, me too, me too, me too. Anything else? Anything else? That's good, Tamara. Good share. Because if that's 2 or 3 of you are talking about that, that means we need to look at that space, right? So we will absolutely look at our schedules and try to work something out in that regard. Y'all, I told a story. Man, I told a story. I didn't mean to tell a story. Let me back up. I told a story. Tomorrow, Living in Purpose, Savalas will not be with me. That's me. That's me by myself, just me. Wednesday, he's going to be with me for the release devotional because we're talking about you are enough. Okay? That's Wednesday. So forgive me. All right. Thursday, we have another interview, and I don't want to say it yet because I'm working it out, but I'm glad you're looking forward to that. I'm working it out, but I want to help us have hard conversations a different way. So we're going to look at that. And then our live coaching on Friday. So I hope that clears that up. tomorrow, Living in Purpose with me, Savalas on Wednesday, Thursday, interview, how to have hard conversations, still all mindset stuff. And then our coaching, live coaching thing that we do on Friday. Okay. Good. I saw some comments. Neil says he's looking forward to that. Pam says, yes. I'm so glad. Pam, you definitely are going to be a person that I want to expose to more things. You just grab it and you go running with it. So I'm so glad to have you as part of the tribe. And Monique says, totally here for that. Okay, here's the charge I was talking about. Sometimes through the week, we don't know what to do or what to say or how to kind of put our light out there. And so I'm going to be posting just quotes from the Empowerment Tribe that you all can repost. And if that's a way that you can show light, that's a way that you can get involved and just putting more positivity out there. Because sometimes, people are saying on social media, I see so much and da. First of all, don't spend your life on social media. You really have to have your shields up in this time. You really have to have your shields up. And then you want to say something, you want to contribute to the conversation, you want to put something out in the ethos to help break up what you might feel is like too much harsh or negative talk. I'm going to start posting quotes. So like this one, I don't know if this is reading backwards or not for y'all, right? But I'm going to start posting quotes, and you see at the bottom it says from the Empowerment Tribe. So I will read this to you and I'll post it. And if you want to repost it, my thing is the movement can go in so many directions. So let's post positive things from our family, from our tribe, the Empowerment Tribe. It says it takes more courage to reveal insecurities than to hide them, more strength to relate to people than to dominate them, more wisdom to abide by thought out principles than blind reflex. Real strength is in the soul and the spirit, not in the muscles and an immature mind, right? You can see it. Okay, cool. And I give the quote, Alex Karras, he was a former NFL player, but I give him credit. But the Empowerment Tribe, it's just our positive messages. I like how you teach us nuggets and how to forgive ourselves and when we don't meet the mark. Absolutely. And we'll keep moving forward with that. Thank you for sharing that that's important to you. So I'm going to be posting positive things. I'm thinking about opening up the Empowerment Tribe. You like that, Natalie? Yeah. That way we can at least, and it's not to say it's the only thing you post, but that day, the Empowerment Tribe, we just blast out a positive something, right? On all of our pages. And that at least we know, hey, we're trying to help other people shift their mindset. That's what we can control. We can't control what they end up thinking about it, but we can control our area of influence, which is we just put positive stuff out. Right? Yes. All right, cool. And then I'm also looking at reopening the Empowerment Tribe Facebook page, which is just a place for you to come. If you want to vet, if you need support, hey, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that. It'll be communal support. You all can help with each other. Say, hey, girl, keep your head up. Hey, dude, maybe, do you know this person? We can just have a safe place to put our frustration and then know that we're always going to leave lifted. That is my goal, because I know sometimes it gets hard. We want to put all of our feelings and our thoughts and our emotions on our Facebook page. And sometimes your Facebook family really is supportive. And sometimes you might be learning, I don't really know you at all. So you might have that going on. I know I have had that going on. So at least with the Empowerment Tribe, that's people, positive vibes, not political, none of that stuff. We're just there to support each other. And I'll post those things. Eventually I'll start on my personal page, and then we'll go from there. All right. So I'll post it today. You'll see it on my pages, and then you all repost, and let's make the Empowerment Tribe not just about being empowered personally, but empowering others. Everywhere we go, we're showing light. Everywhere we go, we're showing light. I need like one of my rapper friends to make that a thing. Everywhere we go, is showing light. Then we need like a mantra. We need like a anthem. We need an anthem. If somebody knows somebody that can make us an anthem, let me know, because we need an anthem. We all need some time. Yeah, we need love and support. We all do. We really do. So I'm so glad that you all showed up for it this morning. I'm so glad that you are in it this morning. Remember, don't spend your time today on stuff that you don't control. Here's a big hug from me to you. I love you. I love you. I love y'all. I can breathe. Love these moments when I exhale. Yes, I can breathe. That is our mantra. And I understand the movement because too many people have died saying, I can't breathe. For them, we will breathe. We will move in our area of influence. We will move in our area of control. We will move in those areas and we will have impact. We will make a difference. Everywhere we go, we shine light, light, light. That's what it's about. All right, y'all. I love you all to life. I love you all so much. You have no idea. You help me stay in purpose. You help. Yeah. Hi, Mom. You already know. But actually, I can't blame it on her this time because she might be watching. She'll be like, why did you say that was me? It wasn't me. Actually, that's the time it wasn't me. So sorry I had my finger on y'all. You help me stay in focus. You help me stay in purpose. You all help me, right? And so because of that, if you didn't show up for it, who would I be trying to empower? Who would I be sharing the information that God's given me? All right. Don't forget to get the tools that you need to keep it moving. Don't forget to get them. If you haven't gotten one or both of your books, they're like $9.99 right now. The release devotion. Thank you for the green hearts on Periscope. I see you loving it. Thanks for kissing my cheeks. Your release devotional, which we're doing in the 2.0, and From Dream to Reality, figuring out your path of purpose in this season. You know, you have one purpose, but your roles can change from season to season. So that's what we've got. There you go, Michael. I'm telling y'all, we need to get an anthem. Everywhere we go, we showing light, light, light. Leo, thank you and have a fantastic day. Thank you to you all too. I love you all to life. Go have a good one. See, I don't ever want to let y'all go. I'm like trying to hold on to you. Y'all need a sandwich? Y'all need me to pack you something? You need something else? Oh, love you too. Thank you so much for how you support me personally and how you support the ministry work that I do. I appreciate you. You are a blessing. All right, love. Love y'all. Love you to life, and there's nothing you can do about it. See you next time. Mwah. I'll be your light. I'll be your light.